Patrick, the first question that I want to ask you about this copy review is I know the backstory, but where were you at with this product, with this project, with the copy before you came to me, and then like what made you make the decision that you wanted to do a copy review with me?
Sure. Well, we hired a copywriter for the project, and basically I'm kind of, with my company, with copywriters that we hire, I'm pretty much the copy chief.
Yeah.
I play a pretty active role in helping develop the copy and get it to where we're ready to run it. And with this project, I think it was maybe the first full draft of the whole letter that I got, or maybe it was the second. It was in a point where I felt that it was getting there, but still needed a good chunk of work. Definitely had some good stuff in there and good sections. And I felt like just from doing the first copy review with you, I felt that if I did another one and had you directly on with the copywriter, that could be, instead of me just giving feedback, having your perspective on it, I felt like could be really valuable, which it was. So that's kind of at least how we came to deciding to do that.
So it's one thing to have your own feedback as kind of the boss on the project, and it's another thing to bring in somebody else. But then because we had done a copy review before, it was kind of both those things contributed. So where we agreed, it was a very easy decision to just make changes to the copy. So with that, I ended up speaking with the copywriter on the copy review instead of you, because you were traveling that day.
I would have hopped on normally, but I was out of town.
Well, and that's fine. But you went back and you listened to the recording, and then you reviewed it this morning, you said. So what did you feel like were the 1 to 3 biggest contributions that made the difference in how the copy worked or read to you?
There was a handful of things for sure. One thing that really sticks out is how you helped frame the tasks needed to get paid in a very simple, easy format. You said, you're basically just sending out some emails, you're making some phone calls. And then I added, you're collecting some docs. And that's like the trio that we just repeat over and over and over again. Kind of, you mentioned in our copy review of kind of tie in a couple of those to like specific testimonials, but there's a lot of repetition in the letter with a few themes that I think really helps to just cement the whole messaging as a whole. But that's one and that's a big one.
I do think that, this being an income promo, the whole like simplicity of creating the income through the method that you guys sell here was like, it jumped out at me as, oh geez, like there is really some simplicity to this. It's, of course, takes some work like any good income opportunity does. But the income, the simplicity of that wasn't being highlighted. And in the final copy, it definitely was.
Yeah. And so that's a big contribution there. A couple things in the letter, smaller maybe things. When we first start going over proof elements, just like all these checks, that people are getting, we switch some of the order so that more our core demographic person that's probably buying this type of product is a guy that, is probably his age or looks like him. That's a small thing we did, ordering the proof up top.
It's a silly little thing, but you think like, okay, people, I want to know that people like me are having success with this, and people make that judgment unconsciously.
Well, our copywriter had framed a lot of the testimonials about like just people getting checks, got a check in the mail, profited again, got a check, collected a check. And then you honed in on like the first check. And so we kind of, throughout the letter, we wove the, getting your first check into the messaging. And like one of the big contributions for sure was strengthening our guarantee, which we normally just have like some simple 30-day money-back guarantee. We made up the 180-day first check challenge, which basically just says try the course out, have success, do your first deal, and we'll refund your order today. Which if somebody does that, who cares? We'll refund their order happily.
Absolutely.
And get some great proof elements out of it. But adding that too, like we added it before the 30-day refund guarantee even. And I don't know, just listening to the message or seeing the sales letter, it kind of feels like you're immediately giving them just 6 months to try it out. When ultimately the money back guarantee is still 30 days.
You're also kind of future pacing a result when you do that too. I mean, you are setting them up to expect what success looks like if they apply what they learn.
Well, and you said to like the reason, like the big reason, some of the reason why I copy behind why we're offering it or why we're selling it at a certain price or whatever, we integrated that. And I think that's big, basically saying that, we're charging a nominal fee because we want to, work with the action takers, but we're in it for the money. We're in it for the back end. You close a deal, that's where the money's at. That's what we're trying to do. We're deploying these funds. We need you to help us lend the money. And tying all of that together, when you can tie good reasons, believable reasons throughout the copy to things that you're, claiming or going over, that just strengthens it big time.
Absolutely. So let's talk about what everybody in direct marketing loves, and that's knowing the results and like how did it go. And you don't have to share some specific numbers.
I don't care.
But give us a sense of what this copy is like for you and how it's doing.
Well, and so with the copy, after your suggestions, our copywriter implemented some, and then he gave us the next draft, and then myself and my CMO Matt both put some time into the copy, and through all of our powers combined, that's what we rolled out. And as far as results, like anytime that we have a new offer, we internally test it to our email list. If it looks good, we get an affiliate to test. If it looks good, we roll it out to affiliates and start buying traffic. And so in our internal promotion, we sent 9 emails and did 61 or 62,000 in revenue. That's collected revenue. And the stats from it, like our EPC was over $9, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Even though it's an internal offer technically for our company, with our publishing model, our list doesn't know the guru.
Yes.
So it's kind of like us just promoting an affiliate offer, in essence, when we come out with our new products that we roll out. But, so EPC was awesome. We were happy with the revenue that we brought in. I mean, it's a VSL funnel. The front end price point's $97.
Yeah.
Like from our internal promotion, the front end converted at, I think it was 4.2%.
That's good.
We have an order form bump, and then we've got 3 offers in the upsell funnel: the upsell, the downsell, and the cross sell.
Yes.
And, usually when we roll out a new funnel, we have to go to work on parts of it to really improve conversion because something's not doing well. But this thing just came out of the gate screaming.
Awesome.
Like a couple of affiliates that have mailed, which for a VSL funnel, this is insane. Like a couple of affiliates are like, one of them has a $13.05 EPC. I just got a text from a guy that started mailing a couple days ago, and he's like, dang, $11 EPC. Holy crap. So it's pretty cool.
That's some really good news.
And like, check this out. We're 15 days since we sent the first email to start testing.
Yeah.
And we've done 176,000 in revenue in the funnel and created over 800 customers that we have now, created to pass off to the guru that we work with so that we can sell all of his back-end products and services. We'll hit 1,000 customers inside of 3 weeks.
Yeah. And you haven't even really started to ramp up all the other things that you do once you have an acquisition promo working.
Oh man, no, we're just getting started.
Excellent. Well, this is incredible. I guess the quick last question is, if someone else is considering doing a copy review with me, is it worth it? Is it something they should invest in?
Yes, I'm a big fan of the copy review. This was recently my second that I've done. The
Yes.
first one that we did was for a different product and offer of ours. But so worth it. My CMO, Matt, after we did that, he listened to the recording afterward. He didn't join for the call, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so glad we did that, man. There were some great insights." And with our whole team that, in essence, ultimately worked on the copy.
Yeah.
The main copywriter, implemented some of your ideas, and then, from your recording, I implemented a little, and Matt did too. And it just having the recording too was awesome, because you can be on a live call, and a lot of what you were saying, you wouldn't have time to take notes, but I went back and transcripted some of what you set out, and it was perfect copy, just put in the letter. So we got some really good stuff from it, man. So worth it, for
Excellent. Sure. Well, in any good piece of copy is definitely a team effort. And that's been my experience, as much as I want my ego to be stroked and say that it's all on me. There were a lot of things that, even when I saw the final draft, things jumped out at me, like little things that I knew that were added in the end that were like, oh, that's really good. That really adds to it. And it was things that, I wasn't aware of. I know the main copywriter wasn't aware of.
When even some of the things that you said to take out of the letter were probably just as important or more important than things that we put in the letter.
Quite possibly. That happens a lot with the copy review, is it takes kind of the external set of eyes to recognize that's just not working here.
Yeah, and even the whole way that we frame the opportunity, like it was beforehand framed around the opportunity being created from a federal law that was changed, and all this federal law, Obama, Trump stuff. And then it was shifted to the urgency being all around the private equity fund that Lee's opening, and the fact that once it's open, this closed door group opens up access for a limited time to a small number of people to get in. And
yes.
So just coming up with the story of how it's all told, and just how believable it ultimately became, and getting rid of all the stuff that we did. Boom.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the big winner.
Yeah, pretty psyched, man. I know we'll hit the $1 million mark probably in a few months with the funnel, and be off to the races from there.